everybody. It is a Wednesday, a random day, but I don't have class today. So I thought, why don't I do a day trip out? So I'm gonna go to Cambridge today. It is not too far away from where I'm living, so it's relatively easy for me to just get the train there. It is currently 10 to 9. I had the option between the 8:30 train or the 10:30 train. There are more, but these were the easiest ones for me to get. And I've decided to go for the 10:30 train. I've had quite a bit of stuff to do this morning. I've cleared all the storage on my phone, or like a good chunk of it. And I've also uploaded last week's YouTube video, so then it can start processing. And I also need to film a like self-tape, 2-minute long self-tape for an interview. So I need to do that still, but I've done the other two. So the 10:30 just works a little better. But I don't really have any plans. I've never been to Cambridge before, so that's exciting. I once met a guy on a train and he lived near Cambridge and he was telling me some spots that he recommended basically. So I have a list of that. However, I have just done a quick Google and there's the Fitzwilliam Museum, which looks very interesting. So I may see what the sitch is there. And there's also the Botanical Gardens, which I don't know if I'd go to today because it seems like something that's more of maybe a different day trip. I'm gonna include this in my little series of just doing things that are a bit scary, doing things on your own. This is a little solo trip. It's not a massive solo trip, but it's still a solo trip. In my last video, I went to the cinema on my own and it was absolutely fine. It was amazing. And in it, I was talking about the fact that I am very comfortable doing things on my own that I've already done once with people. So doing stuff where I don't know the layout of the place is a little bit more nerve-wracking, but hey, I think everyone gets that. Like genuinely, I was talking to some friends and they all get that. So I think this is a very normal thing. So the fact that I'm still doing it anyway is very good. And I hope this video, like the other one, pushes you to do some things that are a little bit scary, that pushes you out your comfort zone, and that helps you do stuff on your own. There's no time like the present. You may as well just go and do it. Have a fun trip out. And also when you do stuff on your own, no one can tell you, no, let's not do this. Or you don't have to be stood around waiting for people to finish. If you're bored, you can just go. It's great. I was also thinking, I'm very comfortable being on my own and being single and blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't be this productive if there was anyone else here. Wouldn't be this productive if I was thinking about someone. But genuinely, there is so much pressure to be in a relationship and to just jump into being with someone. I think I used to feel this pressure. No, I didn't. I think I've been very lucky that I've never felt this pressure. I have my standards, right? And I know what I want in a relationship. And I don't think they're high standards at all. I just know that I'm not gonna go with someone who I'm not sure about. So far that's not happened. So I've just said no to people and that's fine. And people have told me I've got high standards and I really don't. I really don't. And if people are telling you you've got high standards and that you should be settling, no, you do not. No, just don't, because it's your life. You know what you want. If someone is treating you not how you want to be treated, leave. Just leave. It is really that simple. And it might not feel that simple, but it really is. If someone is saying things and you're going, leave. I know a lot of people say that there's this big thing, right, of that everyone's always looking for the next best thing. Like everyone is not settling down because they think there's something better coming their way, which I agree. However, that doesn't apply to just looking for someone who you actually click with, because that is important, I think, personally, coming from a lady who has never dated. I'm going to finish getting ready and get changed, and then I'm going to film my little thing from this job interview, and then I will get back to you before we go, because I have about an hour and a half, so I've got a while. I've got nothing else to do this morning. I hope this video is enjoyable for you guys. I hope you enjoy. I've got about 5 minutes until I need to leave. I've managed to do my video application thing. Hopefully that's fine. Gonna submit that later. We're just going to see where the day takes us. Don't know how much talking I will do. Don't know how much it will just be video clips. I will try and explain what's going on, but we will see. I thought it'd be fun to bring you along. Also, if you're looking at my outfit and going, you wore that at the end of your last video, you'd be correct. You'd be correct. And I'm an outfit repeater, not an outfit rememberer, guys. Wise words, wise words. But yes, I did. I wore this yesterday. And I'm wearing it again today because it's the only outfit that allows me to wear my cropped jacket without seeing the cardigan. So I'm wearing it again. Lovely. So warm on me right now. Maybe the park is going to be lovely. Fingers crossed, fingers very much crossed. Honest to God, the best I can do to film because I have no idea where else I can put my camera. But I found a bench. It's maybe not the prettiest of places, but I'm so hungry. And when I was at the market, I picked up a cheese and onion focaccia. It was from Brown Bread Bakery. Oh, it's dripping all over. Oh my God, that's so good. I can't get over how quiet it is, and I think it's probably because everyone has electric cars, but it's really pretty. I'm gonna eat some of this and then I'm gonna go to the museum. I really like it here. Alarms drive the emergency service workers mad. I wonder if it's really loud in the actual vehicles. I wonder. I think that's an ambulance. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna eat some more of this, and then I'm gonna go to the museum. And I apologise again for the angle, it's not gonna be doing me any justice either. Find somewhere to charge my phone because it's really running out of battery, so I'm just going to wander around till I can find a cafe or something and then hope they've got a charging port, otherwise my phone's going to die. But that was really scary but really good. Like it was so good. Once you get in there, like absolutely fine. lemonade, which is very lemony, but it is called lemonade, so I cannot critique. Oh, it's because I like raspberry Fanta. Right, yeah. In my head, this was off-brand pink Fanta. It's not, it's just raspberry lemonade. That's my bad. That is genuinely just my fault. Yeah, okay, I'm blaming that on being tired though, because I genuinely could just like pass out. I almost fell asleep on the train. Like, me and sleep have a tentative relationship, and especially at the moment. Like, at the moment, sleep is winning in the current battle that we have. That might not make any sense, but sometimes I struggle to sleep. So the fact that I almost fell asleep on the train, alone, wild. It was just a very smooth, very warm, very comforting train to be on. They were very nice seats. But let me tell you about my day. I don't think I fully explained the fact that, like, I do get very nervous to do these things. I just don't let myself think about it. And that is the only thing that's worked to help me work through the things that like stress me out. In the past, all I would do was overthink. And now I just have to be like, no, I have to kind of sit there and go, I'm nervous about this. Don't think about it. And it works. Like, that's the worst advice you could possibly give, but it's the only thing I can think of. And like, oh, I do still overthink things very badly. There we go. I ended up going to the William Blake exhibition, which I didn't fully know was on. And you also had to pre-book, but you didn't have to pay. I thought you'd have to pay. So I didn't, you know, I kind of saw it on the website, but I didn't look into it in any detail because I was like, I'm not paying for anything extra. But when I got to the museum, they had all the signs up and it said it was free. So I kind of wandered up and then they were like, can I scan your ticket? And I was like, oh, tickets. I don't have one. And then the guy at the till was like, ow, I got an earache. Ow, whoa. Just gonna, that's passed. There we go. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, back to the museum. When I got up there, he was like, are you with a school? On a school trip? And I was like, no, I'm not on a school trip, sir. I'm not. I'm 20 years old. I was like, because I didn't probably hear him because I thought my music had stopped. And then when I proceeded into the next room, I was like, oh my God, my music is still playing. No wonder I couldn't hear him. He was like, oh, never mind. And then I was like, oh, no, I'm not on a trip. And he was like, no. And then he was like, I'll just mark you down as a walk-in. And I was like, excellent, thank you so much. You're so kind. Let me just tootle into here. So I did. I tottled along and I looked around the William Blake exhibition. Must say, not my favourite artist. In the grand scheme, his art is incredible, but as a preferential, my preference is not his art. Some of it is beautiful. Some of it, not my fave. How he depicts his spirituality, I'm just not the biggest fan of. But that's okay. Everyone has their own tastes. That was really good. And then the rest of the museum was good. Maybe not my favourite museum, but it was very worth the visit. And then I was severely running out of battery and I was worried that I wouldn't make it all the way back without having charged my phone. I looked in every single cafe I could see, wanted to go to like a nice little independent cafe. However, they didn't really have charging ports. So I was like, okay. And I was like, this is, I need to, I wasn't stressed, but I would have gotten stressed if I hadn't have found a place to charge my phone. So I ended up going into Pret, wandered upstairs, checked I could find a charging port, because I checked so many of the mainstream ones as well, and all of them were being used. So finally went into Pret. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be a little bit spenny, but it's fine. Went up. The cashier, he was like, what can I do for you? And I was like, oh, hold on. And I was a bit flustered. And I was like, let me get, and I like looked at this chocolate cookie and I was like, do I want the chocolate cookie? And I was like, no, I'll try something different today. I'll get the croissant with like, it was like a raspberry croissant. And then he was like, oh, I thought you were going to go for the cookie. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not. And he was like, I would go for the cookie. And I was like, oh, well, if you recommend. He was like, it's chocolate, of course I recommend. And I was like, okay, we'll do, I'm trusting you. Let's get the cookie, the almond chocolate cookie or whatever. And he was like, great. And then he like packaged it up and I was like getting my phone ready to pay. And he was like, and because you've got a really cute smile, you can just have it for free. And I was like, it's like, are you sure? I was like, no, I obviously said, no, you do not have to, like, it's absolutely fine. He was like, no, like, it's fine. And I was like, and then he was like, you're my last customer, so it just like ends my shift nicely. And I was like, oh, okay. So I took my free cookie and I went upstairs and I sat down and I just kind of sat with my phone plugged in. I didn't even go on my phone really, I just sat there. And then the lady next to me couldn't figure out the Wi-Fi, so I tried to help with the Wi-Fi and then that didn't work out. So she went and asked someone else. And I was leaving and my friend was like, you need to go to the fudge shop. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the fudge shop, Charlotte, I'll go. Plodded along to the fudge shop. All the fudge was extortionately priced. I was like, I can't actually afford this right now. Unfortunately, I'll have to come back another day. And then came back and here we are. How did I feel about it? It was a fun experience. Quite nice to go on my own and kind of zip through some rooms that I didn't want to go in, or just kind of have a quick peruse of the scenery. I think the issue I have, we're getting a little deep here. This series is all about challenging myself and promoting doing stuff on your own. However, this has been mentioned before, but I am an extrovert. Like, I like being with people a lot. I gain a lot of happiness from spending a lot of time with people, and I do love it. And I have a lot of friends that I do spend a lot of time with in between obviously filming these videos. So I'm not, I'm seeing people all the time. However, when it's been a full day of me kind of not fully having long conversations with people, it's kind of like, oh, I'm enjoying myself, but I wish I could be experiencing this with someone else. That's where I get to. Like, I'm enjoying, it's fun, it's enjoyable, but it would be nice to do it with someone. But obviously that's not always the case. And I think I need to remember that when I'm doing these things on my own, it's because other people haven't been able to do it with me. I technically didn't ask anyone for today, but I wanted to do it on my own. So it's just kind of at the smaller moments where you kind of wish someone was there with you. And obviously some of you guys might not feel like that. Some of you might enjoy being on your own a lot more. And the nerve-wracking bit, or the bit that's hard for you, is the actual doing it on your own. And that's absolutely fine. And I would say that is a big part of it for me. But another big part of it is just coming to terms with the fact that I will do stuff on my own a lot because, I am my own person. I will always be doing stuff on my own, as does everyone. It's just what you do on your own. It's whether you sit in bed, which is fine, or it's whether you go out, which is also fine. A lot of the time I just go and sit on my park bench and then I kind of just move around places. But I like going and doing stuff. I feel so fulfilled when I've done something in the day, which is normally why I go to the park bench. But I want to start doing bigger things because it just gets a bit monotonous if you're continuously doing the same thing on repeat. Oh, my dad just texted me saying, how is Cambridge? He's so sweet. I also think by doing something that is like an activity, like going to a museum, no one again is bothering you. The same with the cinema. You are going in, you're walking around and looking at things, and no one's really going to stop you. Sometimes the workers will come up and ask if you're okay, but that didn't happen to me once today. And also you have to remember, if you're getting nervous about, oh my God, people are going to speak to me, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to look at, I'm scared about whichever places, the people who work there. A lot of them will have done art history degrees. They will love what they're doing there. They want to talk to you about the art because it's their absolute passion. And if they're working reception or they're just helping you out around, I'm not sure if it's the same kind of job title and they just kind of interchange. But if not, it's still their job and they still go into work to help everyone figure out where they want to go, what they want to see, what they want to do within the museum or the place that you're going to. It actually is absolutely fine when you do it. You just have to do it. That's literally all you just do. You just have to go, right, I'm scared, let's do it. I'm not giving any helpful advice, am I? I'm just telling you to do it. You don't have to do a big thing. If you're really nervous about going to a museum on your own, start off with something small. Work your way up. Go to a museum with your family and then split off from them or with your friends. Just kind of go into a separate room. You don't have to tell them you're doing that. You'll just be like, oh, I'm popping into here. You just toddle off into there. You have a peruse, and then you'll slowly work your way up to going on your own. It also could be a museum you've been to before. Familiarise yourself with the place prior to going on your own. And then when you do go on your own, you know where you're going, you know what you want to see, and that makes it so much easier. You just have to do it, and it sucks. But once you start doing it, it gets so much easier and it's so worth it. If the want is in your brain right now, then you're halfway there to doing it. You just have to take that little step, and it is little. Tell yourself that it's a tiny step and it will be so much easier. I need to edit this and then see how long this video is, because I've just been recording for 20 minutes of me just talking, so it might now be incredibly long. Just in case it is too long, I will say goodbye now. I hope you had a great time watching, and I hope it inspired you again. I hope it kind of showed you that it's not that scary and that people do go to places on their own. It's not a weird thing to do. No one's looking at you. No one's judging you. It's so incredibly normal, and it's such a joy to be able to do stuff. I'm so grateful that I'm able to do things on my own and that I have the ability to go to all these places, and I'm so fortunate for that. And if you have the ability to as well, then honest to God, do it. Even if it scares you, do it. Do it because it scares you. Even if no one in your life is telling you to go to a museum on your own, I am. I'm telling you to do the thing that you really want to do and do it on your own. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you had a lovely day, you have a lovely rest of your day, or you have a lovely day tomorrow, or just you have a lovely, lovely week, a lovely month, a lovely year, a lovely 10 years. I'm just gonna manifest it for all of us. And I hope I see you next time. I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe I'll actually go out for dinner on my own. It's getting less scary, the idea of it. The more and more I do on my own, and the more and more I think about going, the less scared I get of the idea of it anyway. If you decide to do something on your own, comment it down below, let me know, let anyone else know that might be looking, and I hope you enjoy it when you do. Finally, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye. Guys, just adding this little clip in here to let you know that Sundays really do just look like this. This being that I woke up at 7:30 and it took me until 11:10 to actually get out the house and go on my walk. Bearing in mind, like, I woke up intending to go pretty straight away. And then I got back here at about 1:30, had my lunch, and then I was like, right, I want to go and get some Pepsi from Poundland or Iceland. I don't know, wherever I'm going to go. And I think I've been just kind of wandering around my room for the past hour. I have my shoes on. I just haven't gone. Peep the grey sock because I die in need of doing the washing. So I need to do the washing as well when I get home. Yet here I am, stood by the heater, trying to warm myself up because I'm looking at the wind out there, and it is a 5-minute quick walk. I will be there and back within minutes, and yet I still have not left. It's just your PSA that some days the motivation is low and it's annoying. I'm giving myself 10 more seconds and then I am going. Hope you all have a lovely day.